Estongo and Halito. My name is Tim Long, and I'm thrilled that you're with us tonight for our first showing of Unequal Temperament. You just heard the great Martha Redbone and her song Medicine Man, and I've fallen in love with Martha Redbone in the past year, and I hope you all look out for her as well. She's really tremendous, and she's also Choctaw. Um, so thank you all for being here with us tonight. I realize in America we have this presidential debate happening. And I really hope I don't have to mute my guest tonight because she's quite verbose, but I will try to avoid that. And I think she will as well. Like many of us, I'm a mixture of things. I'm basically a walking contradiction. I grew up in southeastern Oklahoma in a town called Holdenville, which is in the southern part of the Creek Nation. But I've lived in New York State for 30 years now, thus my unique accent. So we get to know each other. I'd like to let you know how I self-identify. In 2020, I'm a husband. I'm ruled by a 10-year-old basset hound mix named Pumpkin. I'm an insomniac. I slept 3 hours last night. I am what I call a junior Trekkie because I've been watching Star Trek since about 1974. Um, but I'm not a full-fledged Trekkie like, the really knowledgeable ones. I love Cheetos, both kinds, depending on my mood. I grew up with very strong synesthesia, and I grew up with very intense sleepwalking that did not end until my late 30s. I am gay, sometimes. I'm a classical pianist and a conductor, and I'm a Native American from the Muskogee Creek and Choctaw tribes. I'm also a member of the Thapako tribal town, and I was taught by my father to say that I am the son of all Wutkos, and a Wutko is a raccoon in my dad's language, and that was his clan. So I must look up to all Wutkos in the world. People tend to think I'm either the nicest person on earth or a complete asshole, and I think I'm probably a bit of both, depending on the day and the hour. I'm not much of an expert on anything, but I've always been a very curious person, and I love to learn and share my own experiences, and I love talking to people. After moving from Oklahoma, though, I began to notice something. Um, I'm almost always the one and only Native American that my colleagues and friends know or have ever known. In that respect, I'm an anomaly in classical music, and I'm also an anomaly in my tribe. But as I grow older, my indigenous connections become more and more important to me. I miss Oklahoma. I miss all of the elders who have passed on because they enabled me to have this very fortunate life that I have. So much has affected us in 2020, and it has opened up the need for many conversations that have long been taboo for many people. I'm not here to necessarily find solutions, but to say that yes, we can engage in difficult conversations with each other and stay friends. We can help each other move forward through conversations that enlighten us and help to clarify our own thoughts. Things to remember: we're all imperfect. We've all made mistakes. We've all offended people. We've all used bias in our decisions, in our friendships, or in our humor. But like it or not, we are an evolving species. So much of our lives are reflected by how comfortable we are in being a part of that evolution slash revolution. One of my lifelong conversation traits, and I know my friends won't be shocked to hear this, is that I tend to take conversations to unusual places. For me, it seems normal. For others, it is sometimes shocking, but it's always interesting and fun, at least for me. Um, so before I go on, I'd like to invite our viewers to submit questions at our website. It should be scrolling across there. There is an email address, emilyaka@thefoundryarts.com, and we'll have a section later where we will answer some audience questions. Or you can simply just chime in and say hello too. I love knowing who's out there. So thank you all, Mado, and let's get going.
Tim, hold on just 1 second. That's a good place to
Yes.
just take a quick pause. Um, so I think we're getting just a little bit of audio crackle on the outgoing end. I think if you could tip the microphone to be straight up and down and not angled towards you,
It's like
and
an
then
erect penis.
tighten it.
It's very erect right now.
if memory serves, I should
And,
say.
and then also you don't need to get quite so close.
Oh, that sucks.
You can let the microphone do its work. I know.
Don't put your mouth on it, Tim. Good.
This is not a one-use toy.
Okay, is that so? I stay a little further away then, like this, or what?
It's also Rome is saying a little prominent in the shot. Do we feel like that's okay?
Should
Or
I
do we-
raise? I could find something to raise the.
Ah,
Well, that's better.
yeah, that would be, yeah.
Okay. Why am I frozen?
You're not frozen for us.
Okay.
Oh,
Let
that's
me
only in
see
the
if I can
preview.
find something. Hold on one second.
Okay. Also-
I could set this computer on like that raises it by about a foot.
Do you have a Webster's Unabridged Dictionary?
I have my pajama bottoms on, so don't laugh at me. You know,
What'd you say? I didn't hear you.
so I have my pajama bottoms on.
I have a friend who calls that their corporate faux hawk. It's like they wear a blazer on the top
Right.
and then
Yeah.
pajama pants on the bottom. That's like the way to be, right?
Yeah, I think so too. Makes it all okay, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, nobody can see that part anyways, so you might
I
as
know.
well be
It's
comfortable.
a question of the microphone or this. Oh, that's good though.
That looks really great. See, now we can see like a little bit of the beams, which gives that beautiful architectural feature. But we can also we see you, we don't see the microphone. It's great. How's the sound?
Hello. I'm here and I'm ready to talk. To ask deeply probing questions.
Oh.
Sorry, listening in on the other end. Just give me a second. Keep talking, folks.
Maria, I've got to see you soon. I feel like we should now just go out for drinks and
No, I know, but you have to just. I guess you can't take a plane here, can you?
not right now, no. I mean, Missing has been in touch about. I mean, Anchorage Opera has been in touch about Missing next fall.
Oh, that's right. And you're directing that, right? Potentially.
They've asked me to conduct it with a new director, with a new cast, and I'm trying to see if we can squeeze Marion in because they want to use Americans, but she can use the Jay Treaty. I don't think anybody else can. So
Okay.
I have to teach all those people that score.
Wow.
It's a shame to lose the history.
Yeah, we have such a great cast. We've had two great casts. I mean, with only like a couple of people changing, really.
Well, and what's interesting when I got to speak with Marion last week, Marie, and we were talking a little bit about the process, and she was sharing about the experience of having done it the first time and learning so much, and then doing it the second time, and then learning in some ways even more because it's like there were things that had been done the first time that hadn't been done the second time that she then realized were really essential for being able to create that kind of energy and that kind of space.
Okay.
And so I feel like it would be really an excellent asset if you were able to get her into that production.
Okay, Tim, can you try something? It's a little bit better, but we're still battling a small issue. Can you turn your gain down on the back of your microphone?
What?
Currently, it should be straight up and down.
Okay, it was just slightly beyond that. Does that do anything?
So let's actually,
Straight up and down now.
I would go a little bit lower than that.
It's my powerful voice.
Yeah.
How's that?
Let me listen in. Keep talking for a second.
Well, I have a man's voice, so sometimes it gets in the way of microphones because of all the testosterone surging through my veins.
Well, this should be like a sexual healing podcast or something, right?
Well,
It could be like some weird, opera sex or something.
sexual healing with Maria and Tim. It'll be a daily podcast.
It would be so fucked up that it would
A
be like.
subsidiary of
So
the
fucked
Oprah
up.
Winfrey Show with Tim Long.
Holy vey.
Boy. Yeah.
So how's that going, Rob? Any better at all? He's probably talking to Rome.
I feel like I should grow a third ear for this so that I can have one ear in this room, one ear in Tim's ear, and then one ear in what's actually in the live stream. So if any of you want to donate an ear for the evening, I will take it.
It's like a multiple personality disorder. Must be what it's like, you know?
I do have parts. They're not totally disparate, but should assign them.
Oh. Yes.
Let me see. What else am I doing? Was that intro okay, content-wise?
It was fantastic.
It was great. It was really great.
Okay.
And I love that that's your low energy version.
What is my low energy version?
I thought it was going to be
That's
like
funny because it was not. I thought it was going to be way more like deadpan. Like,
Sorry to interrupt. Sorry.
hands and everything when he gets like a little.
Exactly.
I'm the one who's always no fun is interrupting the fun conversation. Sorry. Actually, so Tim, can I just have you? We're trying to rule things out. We're doing a couple of things on our end. We're going to restart some hardware and some software. Can you, Tim, just unplug both sides of your microphone and then plug them back in again?
Both sides? I only have one side.
Sorry, one that's at the microphone and one that's at the computer.
Oh, I see.
Both ends of
That
the
was
cord.
not clear.
Sure.
I'm still hearing the audio in both ears, and it's hard to come up with complete sentences sometimes.
I hear you, Rob.
I hear you twice, Emily.
I only hear your voice. So.
Okay, I'm plugged back in. My pattern is on the
heart-shaped one.
No, should it be on the heart-shaped one?
That's correct.
Okay, there it is.
Oh, that might have had something to do with it.
Did it fix it all?
But we'll see. Let me listen in for 1 second.
Tell us about Prague.
Well, Prague, it's so sad, you know, because I was supposed to go to Prague last summer. It was canceled, of course. And then, of course, Prague has just been, right now, they only have grocery stores and pharmacies open. They've shut down for a month.
Wow.
And the thing is, we think it's all just in America, but there are protests happening in Prague as well. Because people, you know, of course, humans are getting antsy, but I'd rather live.
I mean, well, you know, there's horror. I'm close to this myself just because
I, though, refuse to be affected by social media and the news because it's also manipulative. And have you guys seen the
It's a
social? I
circus.
should save this. I'm gonna save that for Marie.
That's better.
Yeah, so she didn't hear you, so that's perfect.
Trying to figure out my lighting.